Hey everybody, Dr. Noah Moose here again. It is Monday, and so that means Muscle Monday. And so this Monday, what we're actually going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about the quadricep muscle, which that is this big muscle right here on the front of our leg that basically starts right up here at the hip and then goes down and forms the what's called the patellar tendon and inserts right through here. It's this big meaty muscle right in there. A lot of you guys that are watching this, you may be really familiar with this muscle because you ran the Austin Marathon over the weekend. And so you're probably feeling it every time you get up and down out of your chair. Anytime you take a step, you're probably feeling that. So this muscle is really important because it's a big power generator in a lot of what we do. A lot of, pushing off from running, getting up and down out of chairs, all of that. Everybody's probably familiar with those quads being really sore at some point in time in your life if you've ever done any type of activity or exercise or anything like that. So we wanted to go ahead and talk about that today because as we walked around after the marathon yesterday, we saw a lot of people really noticing their quads. So we thought we'd give you some good actionable information that you can do if you're one of those people that are suffering from some soreness and tightness today in those areas. Or if you were running your marathon yesterday and you actually felt like your legs were a lot heavier than they should, we might be able to give you some information to let you know on why that was going on. So in Chinese medicine or Eastern medicine, the quad is actually related to the small intestine meridian. So we talked a lot in the past couple videos with the hamstring and the IT band and the TFL about the large intestine. And a lot of the same things that apply to the large intestine actually apply to the small intestine. One of the things that happens in the small intestine is a condition called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO. So kind of like we were talking about in the large intestine videos, it's basically just, you can develop too much bad bacteria, not enough good bacteria in the intestine. And so going through and doing some of those things to help to balance out some of the bad, get the good back in, is actually a way that you can actually, if you've dealt with like really chronically heavy, tight legs where they just feel like there's just extra junk in there, it actually may be because you have some inflammation in your colon or something going on in that area. So yeah, when we talk about the quads, the small intestine is the meridian that's associated with that. Now there's also two other nutrients that are very unique to the small intestine, and those are vitamin D and all of the B vitamins. So vitamin D is one of those vitamins that if you follow us on the Human Nutrition Project, we've actually been talking a lot about. There's a lot of really good information on vitamin D about, decreasing inflammation, improving immunity. There's actually a lot of performance studies as well on vitamin D. So the research kind of says that when you're under 20 nanograms per deciliter of vitamin D, that's considered deficient. Now under 20 to 30 is kind of considered insufficient. And then a lot of the research shows that there still is a lot of performance benefits and other health benefits that have been shown as you get it up to about 50 nanograms per deciliter. So that's kind of the magic number that we always encourage everybody to try to get their vitamin D levels up to, is about that 50 nanograms per deciliter, because that's going to really help, help to support your immune system, help to keep your inflammation in check, and help you to take advantage of all of the different performance benefits that vitamin D has. So we always think that's a really good thing to check if you're an athlete. Also for overall health as well, just in general health and making sure that you have that vitamin D where it needs to be is just one of those markers that can help to prevent a lot of different things and support our body. Now, we talk about the B vitamins. The B vitamins, they're really important for energy production. They're really important for, if you're an athlete or, somebody that's working out or doing that. It's really important for basically your body's ability to make energy, but also clear lactic acid, clear out carbon dioxide, help your body to basically make the energy it needs to function. And so what a lot of people don't know is, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, well, we can get B vitamins off the shelf. There's, hundreds of different B vitamin products that are on the market, but most of the B vitamins, if you were to go to like a Whole Foods or a Costco or a Walgreens or something like that, they're all going to be in their inactive form or their inert form. And so what's really important about B vitamins is that about 30 to 40% of the population actually can't activate one or more of the B vitamins. So what's happening there is they may, take a lot of B vitamins, or they may be getting their B vitamins, but they can't activate them into their usable form, so they could actually be deficient, or they could actually have enough in their system, but they actually can't activate them, so they can't get the benefit of taking them. So if you're one of those people that maybe have like really tight burning quads, like when you go out to do a workout, and just from the very get-go, or you've been working out and for some reason you're not able to do as much, or you really feel that kind of burn come on very early, that may be a sign that you're actually deficient in certain B vitamins. Vitamin B1 is one of those ones that's very specific for processing out lactic acid in the muscles. It's also one that that a lot of people actually don't activate very well. So getting enough vitamin B1 is actually really important for that kind of burning sensation in there. Being able to utilize your glycogen and those kind of things. B6 and being able to have the activated form of B6 usable is actually really important for taking glycogen from our muscles and turning it back into glucose. So if you were running the marathon and maybe you hit a wall or something like that, that may actually mean that your body is not able to activate or utilize vitamin B6. So kind of what we want to, what's really important, and we'll have the information in the in the link here, where it will be, we'll have the activated forms of those B vitamins that you should be looking for. So like for vitamin B1, you'll want things like benphthiamine or cocarboxylase chloride. For vitamin B2, you'll want things like riboflavin 5-phosphate. B6, the pyridoxal 5-phosphate. Folate, you'll want the methylated form of folate. B12 actually has 3 different forms that are needed. So you'll want either a methylated B12, a hydroxylated B12, or a adenosyl B12. So having them in their usable form where you can kind of bypass that step, where your body has to activate them, is really great to take. And so, I know a lot of people, maybe like looking, oh yeah, so like, B vitamins, like more is better. And so and you will see these all the time, like the B vitamins that are, on the shelf or on the market, these mega dose B vitamins. And a lot of times, those are actually very counterproductive because they're a megadose of the inactive form. So it actually does better to take smaller doses of the activated form throughout the day, and that can actually help your body to kind of go through and utilize and make energy, clear out the lactic acid, do those kind of things that your body needs that those B vitamins are needed to function for. So what we really want to focus on is, with the quad, making sure that there's the gut health is taken care of. Make sure we're trying to control that bad bacteria. Making sure we're getting our vitamin D levels to, that sufficient, that 50 nanograms per deciliter, where it's actually, that level that shows that you can get all the benefits that vitamin D has to offer. And then making sure that we have enough B vitamins and we're getting enough B vitamins and getting them in their activated form so our body can use them is actually really, really important. So those are kind of the some of the big 3 things that we see with the with the quads is, if you're having heaviness, tightness, those kind of things. There's also some reflexes right along the outside of the quad as well that you can do. They're called your neurolymphatic reflexes. So you can actually take and squeeze in and kind of pull up through there. And those are actually really good reflexes if you do have a lot of tightness or heaviness or something like that. You can get, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, roommate, friend, training partner, something like that, to just, you want to just push, basically from the outsides of each knee, up the hips. And you don't need to push super deep, just enough to get some compression and kind of push up towards the heart. And that'll actually stimulate some of the body to start to drain some of the lymph or that lactic acid, those kind of things that are in there. It stimulates the blood flow to the area. So it's another little quick trick that you can do. About 30 seconds to a minute on each side can be really beneficial and kind of freshening up the legs. So it's something that you can do to kind of, if you've got a lot of soreness or stuff going on, after, a hard workout over the weekend, or if you, ran the hills, the Austin Marathon and ran the hills, this weekend, it's actually something that you can do to kind of do that. So again, small intestine health, and so making sure you're kind of balancing getting rid of some of the bad, balancing the good bacteria, making sure your vitamin D levels are sufficient, and then making sure that your B vitamins are sufficient and that you're using activated B vitamins, which we'll have listed. So take a look at those. If you're taking a supplement off the shelf, make sure that those forms are actually what are in your B vitamins. So yeah, we hope you guys find this really, really beneficial, and hope you all had a great race over the weekend.